Welcome to Animeconomy. You felt it, right? That pull towards something bigger, that deep down desire to grab the controls and shape your own destiny? But what if the very system that's supposed to help you is actually the thing holding you back? Today, we're diving into a story about the ultimate fight, the battle for your future. These words, they're not just some old quote. They're a promise of freedom, of a real shot at building a better life. It's a call that echoes through time, a call to every single one of us who dreams and yearns to be free. Is it just about not having chains on your wrists, or is it something deeper? Just imagine a lone hero standing against this massive, unfeeling system. That's not just a cool visual. That's the struggle we're talking about today. So this question isn't just some thought experiment for a philosophy class. No, it's the central battle that defines our world and our lives. Milton Friedman, in his incredible book, Free to Choose, frames this whole thing as this epic clash between two massive opposing forces. On one side, you've got this raw, unstoppable creative energy of individuals, that fire inside every one of us to build, to create, to make a better life. And on the other side, you have the system. The well-meaning but often crushing attempt to centrally plan and control all that human energy for what it calls the greater good. And Friedman argues that the founders of America totally got this. They didn't see government as a player on the field, calling all the shots. They saw it as an umpire, just there to make sure nobody cheats and to protect everyone's freedom to get in the game and compete. But hold on, how can millions of us, all just doing our own thing, create a society that actually works without some big boss telling everyone what to do? Well, this is where the book pulls back the curtain on this hidden, almost magical power. Get this. A simple pencil. Seems pretty basic, right? Wrong. Here's the crazy part. Not a single person on this entire planet knows how to make one from scratch. The wood's from Oregon, the graphite's from Sri Lanka, the little brass bit is made from metals mined thousands of miles apart. Thousands of people who will never meet, who speak different languages, who might even hate each other, all work together to make this one little thing. How on earth is that even possible? The secret is something called the price system. This is the invisible hand that Adam Smith talked about. It's not some master plan. It's like a giant global text message chain. Prices are the information. They signal what's needed and where to everyone from the person mining the copper to the person driving the truck. It's this incredible, spontaneous cooperation that lets us create things that no king or president could ever command into existence. But the alternative, well, the book warns us about the tyranny of controls. This is when the state steps in and replaces all those voluntary choices with its own plan. And this is the shadow that's always looming over our hero. Think about this number for a second. 42%. By the late 1980s, that's how much of the entire U.S. national income was being spent by the government. That's a huge jump from just 3% back in 1928. Now, this isn't just about paying taxes. It's about a massive shift in who gets to decide how our work, our energy, our resources are used. It's a transfer of power from you to the state. And this slide just perfectly shows the real-world results. Friedman points to West and East Germany. It was like a perfect, if tragic, experiment. Same people, same history, same culture, but split by two totally different systems. One side chose free markets, the other chose central control. And the results? They speak for themselves. One side was alive with freedom and color, and the other was trapped in gray fear, behind a wall. And this wasn't just a one-off thing. You see the same story play out all over the world. The economic explosion in places like Japan and Hong Kong that leaned into markets versus the struggle and stagnation in places that, at the time, relied on heavy central planning. The evidence really lays out two very different paths, each leading to a profoundly different destiny. These are big ideas, and if this is hitting home for you, maybe share this with someone you know. Because the choice we're about to get into, it's really at the heart of everything. Okay, so this brings us right to the core of it all. This battle between freedom and control isn't just about money or markets. It's a deep, philosophical fight over what fairness even means. The book lays out two completely different versions of a fair society. The first is equality of opportunity. This was the founding ideal of America, the idea that everyone gets to start at the same line. How you run the race is up to you. Then there's equality of outcome. This says that everyone has to finish the race at the same time. The book argues this second idea has started to take over, and that it has some really dangerous side effects.
Look, at the end of the day, this isn't just about economics. It's a moral choice. It's about what kind of world you want to live in. And nobody can make that decision for you. You have to wrestle with these ideas yourself.
And now, the noise of the debate fades away, and we're left in the quiet with the ultimate choice, our own future. So what's the book's final, most powerful warning? It's this: freedom is one whole thing. You can't separate economic freedom from human freedom. The moment you start putting restrictions on what people can buy or sell or create, you inevitably start putting restrictions on what they can say, think, and believe. Freedom is all or nothing. We're often told that it's okay to give power to the government, as long as it's for a good cause. But the book argues that this is a huge mistake, because concentrated power, no matter how good the intentions are, is always the single greatest threat to our freedom. And so we are left with this, a question that every single one of us has to answer, because how we answer it defines the battle for our future. The path we choose, not just as a society, but as individuals, that's what will determine the world we build and the one we leave behind. The power to choose and the responsibility that comes with it is in your hands. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to Animeconomy and check the link in the description to get the book.